Hello everyone, welcome back to this video on digital communication. In this video, I am going to talk about the power spectral density or the PSD of the bipolar line encoding. So if I talk about the bipolar line encoding, I have already covered in one of my previous video, but for your reference, I am again taking a message which is 11010. So now how I can encode it using the bipolar line encoding. Alternate ones are represented using alternate signs. So if I encode it and I am starting with the positive sign, so the first one is represented using plus A and the second one then represented using minus A. Then 0 is represented using 0. Then next one, so again shift of sign which is plus A, then 0. So this is the bipolar line encoding. I hope you understand what is bipolar line encoding. So now coming to the power spectral density of bipolar line encoding. So when I talk about the bipolar line encoding power spectral density, it can be derived using the Wiener-Khinchin relationship. I have already talked about it in my previous video. So according to Wiener-Khinchin relationship, the power spectral density is equal to 1 upon TB SF square summation n is equal to minus infinity to infinity r tau n e raised to power minus j 2 pi ft. So now when I talk about TB is the bit period. Now SF is the Fourier transform of my line encoding signal ST. Now tau n is my autocorrelation function. So now if I derived the power spectral density, I need two terms, which is Fourier transform and the autocorrelation function. So now Fourier transform I have already derived, which was TB sinc of FTB. So you can go and watch my video on the PSD of unipolar line encoding where I derived SF. So now I am not going to repeat it. So now talking about the next thing, which is autocorrelation function. So r tau n is my autocorrelation function, which is equal to E of AK multiplied by AK minus n. So this is my r tau n. So when I talk about n is equal to 0, so first condition is when n is equal to 0, so that time I'll be having r tau of 0, which would be E of AK multiplied by AK minus 0, which is equal to E of AK square. So now when I multiply it with the same value, so this is my line encoding. Let's suppose I'm multiplying it with the same value. So 0 is multiplied by 0 and 1 is multiplied by 1. So now if I talk about AK, so now 0 is represented by 0, but 1 can have two representation AA or minus A minus A. So now 1 can be represented using A or A and 1 can be represented again as minus A minus A. So I am talking about this one. Then this one is represented using A and this one is represented using minus A and minus A. So square would be taken as minus A into minus A. So now if I talk about AK square, so it would be 0, it would be A square, it would be A square. So now I need to find out E of AK square. So for that I need to find out probability. I hope you remember the formula to find out E of AK. So the probability of occurrence of 0 and the occurrence of 1, both I am taking to be 1 by 2. So now the probability of both of them to be occur is 1 by 2, but both of them can occur equally. So these are both independent. So now the probability of occurrence of both of them would be 1 by 4 and 1 by 4. So which implies E of AK square is equal to first probability multiplied by first AK square. So 1 by 2 into 0 plus A square into 1 by 4 plus A square into 1 by 4. So now I can say r tau of 0 came out to be A square by 2, which is A square by 4 plus A square by 4. So now I hope you understood how I found out r tau of 0. So now coming to the next term, which is r tau of 1. So what is r tau of 1 means? So it means I need to find out expectation of AK into AK minus 1. So now if I shift this line encoding by 1 duration, so if I have this as my original. This was my AK, original line encoding. So now if I have to shift it by 1 bit period, so now how I can make it? So now I'll start from here. Here it would be 1, then -1, then 0, then 0, then 1, and then 0. So now this is my AK -1. So I just shifted it. So if you take it, if you have to multiply it, so what could happen? Either -1 is multiplied with +1, or here 0 is multiplied with -1, or here +1 is multiplied with 0, or here 0 is multiplied with +1, but nowhere -1 is multiplied with -1, because the alternate ones would be having different values. So if I shift by 1 bit position only, the alternate ones would always be different. So that time I cannot get +1 multiplied with +1, because if ever I have +1, they'll having opposite signs. So always -1 is multiplied with +1, or +1 is multiplied with -1. So I can have either 0 is multiplied with ±a, or 0 is multiplied with 0, or ±a is multiplied with 0, or, and the next term what can happen, +a is multiplied with -a, or -a is multiplied with +a. So all of them would be having, if I talk about the probabilities, so all of them would be having probabilities 1/4, 1/4, 1/4. But these two, this is the probability of occurrence of 1 and 1. So 1 and 1 having probability 1/4 combined. So if I talk about them individually, they'll be having the probability of 1/8 and 1/8. So let's find out R tau of 1. So R tau of 1. So if I multiply anything with 0, so these things would cancel out. So now I am just left out with this. So R tau of 1 would be -a square into 1/8 minus a square into 1/8. So which is equal to -a square upon 4. So now I hope how I can find out R tau of 1. So now coming to the value of R tau of n greater than 1. So now when I have n greater than 1, that time I can have all the possibilities at 1. So at that time +a can combine with +a, because when I have 2 shift, at 2 shift again I can have +1 value. So if I have 3 shift, let's suppose for this signal, after 3 shift +1 would be combining with +1. So now let's take the various cases here. So the first case again would be 0, 0, 0 plus minus a 0. But for the next case, for 1, 1, it could have either +a combining with +a combining with -a combining with +a, or -a combining with -a. So now if I talk about probabilities of all of them, so first 3 are probabilities having 1/4, but last 4 have probability of, these 4 are combined having probability of 1/4. So now if I talk about the probability of A, so it would be 1/16, 1/16, 1/16 and 1/16. So now R tau of n would be, so these 3 would cancel out because 0 is multiplying. So it would be a square by 16 minus a square by 16 minus a square by 16 plus a square by 16. So it is 0. So now from here I calculated that R tau of n is equal to a square by 2 when n is equal to 0, and it is equal to minus a square by 4 when n is equal to 1. So now I'll have two conditions only. So now I derived r tau n, I know SF. So now I'll just put it in the PSD formula. So it is equal to 1 upon TB into TB square into sinc square FTB into, so summation n is equal to minus infinity to infinity r tau n, but r tau n is defined only for n is equal to 0 and n is equal to 1. So I take the values, so which is at n is equal to 0 it is a square by 2 and it is defined because it is symmetric. So r tau of minus 1 would be equal to r tau of 1, which is equal to minus a square by 4. This is the symmetricity property. So now here I'll be using r tau of minus 1. First I used r tau of 0. For that my value was a square by 2 into e raised to power minus j 2 pi f into 0 plus for minus 1 its value is minus a square by 4 e raised to power minus j 2 pi f minus for 1 its value is a square by 4 e raised to power, sorry it was plus 1 because it's multiplied with minus 1. Here it would be minus j 2 pi f into 1. So 2 pi f. So now if I talk about these values, I just need to simplify it now. So now it is equal to, so this will get cancelled out, it is equal to TB sinc square f TB. This anything would be multiplied with 0 would be 0 and e raised to power 0 would be 1. So it is just a square by 2 minus a square by 4, I am taking common, e raised to power j 2 pi f minus e raised to power minus j 2 pi f. So now this forms the formula of cos theta. So e raised to power j theta minus, sorry, if I take minus common here it would be plus e raised to power j theta plus e raised to power minus j theta upon 2 is equal to cos theta. So now when I replace it, so what would be left? Here I'll get the same term TB sinc square f TB multiplied by a square by 2 minus a square by 2 into, so this 2 I am taking here, so it is cos and theta is 2 pi f, cos 2 pi f. So now it is equal to TB sinc square f TB a square by 2 1 minus cos 2 pi f. So I know the another formula, 1 minus cos 2 theta is equal to 2 sin square theta. So I'll replace it, which would be equal to TB sinc square f TB into a square by 2 into 2 sin square pi f. So now this 2 and this 2 would get cancelled out and I am left out with PSD is equal to a square TB sinc square f TB sin square pi f. So now this is how I can derive the power spectral density of bipolar line encoding. If you still have any doubt anywhere in the derivation, you can put your doubt as the comment and I'll try to resolve it as soon as possible. I hope you like this video. If you like it, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel and push the like button. Thank you.